Okay, it's only 1 in the morning here. I'm dead tired. But the Sixers get the job done. They win by 16. They win in LA. And I know the Lakers are depleted. They don't have LeBron, Kuzma, Ball. I get it. But the Sixers took care of business tonight. Joel Embiid, don't you dare scare me like that again. He goes up for that alley-oop in the 4th quarter, and he holds his back, and then he goes to the locker room. But he came back. And did his thing. Okay, all right, we're over that. The Sixers took care of business. There were 2 times in this game where I got frustrated, and let's start with this, okay? So the Sixers early in control. The Lakers were turning the ball over, like literally all over the place. 9 turnovers in the 1st quarter. The Sixers outscored them 39-20. I mean, the Sixers were all on them in the 1st quarter. Then the 2nd happens, and a 16-0 run occurs when we put out this lineup: TJ, JJ, Corey Brewer, Ben, Mike Muscala. 16-0 run. No timeout by Brett Brown, and it allowed the Lakers to get back into this game. This looked like a game where it was going to be dominated by the Sixers, a complete blowout, not even close, almost an unwatchable game, and then a 16-0 run happened with that lineup. And our bench play just couldn't hold on. Our bench couldn't stop them. And that's what we had to sit through. We had to sit through a run where the Lakers, exploded. Place was crazy. LeBron is on the bench getting hyped, doing all types of celebrations in the Staples Arena. Staples Center just got loud as hell. And the Sixers push back. Wilson Chandler hits 2 back-to-back threes. He nails a 3. Then the Lakers turn the ball over, which is what they did all game. Wilson Chandler, bang, hits another 3. And then the Sixers kind of push back a little. 3rd quarter. Coach Brett Brown elects to go with the same lineup, but instead of JJ, he put in Landry Shamet. So TJ, Landry, Corey Brewer, Ben Simmons, Mike Muscala. Instantly, the Lakers score a bucket. He calls timeout this time. But it doesn't stop the run. The Lakers go on a 7-0 run. So, I mean, it's not really Brett Brown's fault. I could say, okay, after you saw the 16-0 run, why would you run a similar lineup? But that's our bench. That's our players. Bolden couldn't go tonight. So what do you have left on the table? It's just a personnel problem. They couldn't handle it. You can look at Mike Muscala's night tonight with 17 points off the bench, but honestly, I thought it was a soft night out of him. I didn't like what he brought to the table. And that could be a little harsh. Maybe it is, but all around his game, I didn't love it. I didn't love it. But those were the 2 things that got me going, that grinded my gears. On top of the fact that I had to listen to TNT's players inside the players, or whatever the hell that broadcast was. It's garbage. I don't understand it. Why would I listen to a couple old-time players just talk and hang out when I want a legitimate broadcast on the game? I don't understand why they do that. I missed Mark Zumoff. That's what I missed. But in all seriousness, those 2 spurts is what frustrated me, because the Lakers got the push back. But when it mattered, the Sixers took the most of their opportunities when the Lakers turned the ball over. The Lakers finished with 21 turnovers, and we scored 34 points off those turnovers. We had 33 assists. We only had 12 turnovers ourselves. See what happens when you control the basketball? You win by 16. Let's look at Joel's night. He had 28, 11, and 6. And these 6 assists, they weren't just dribble handoff assists like we're used to seeing. I remember times he was literally leading the pack with the basketball, going hard to the rim, kick out the Landry Shamet for a 3. Then one time, he's working in the low block. It's almost like he's getting double-teamed. He goes across the court to J.J. Redick, perfect in the breadbasket for him to catch and shoot for a 3. They weren't just dribble handoffs. He was making plays happen. Ben Simmons finishes with 19, 8, and 6. Jimmy, 20 points. He also had 5 steals. The Sixers were stealing the ball at will tonight as they finished with 15 steals. It was crazy. I mean, a lot of that happened in the first quarter. A lot of the turnovers, a lot of the steals first quarter. But the Sixers, I mean, when you attack that early, and when the Lakers get into a hole that early, it's hard to fight back against good teams. When you're a good team like the Sixers, and you put yourself in a position like that, like the Sixers did, it's hard to come back. Big win in the Staples Center. Big win. Getting this thing going here. And obviously all the boys know, that the locker room knows how big Thursday is against the Golden State Warriors. Everyone gets juiced up to play the Warriors. But they had to take care of business tonight. The bench stinks. And that's one big thing that is noticeable every single game. Our bench gets outperformed once again. Not that this is a bench player, but Ingram on the other side scored 36 points. He shot 16 of 20. So very effective day. That is ridiculous. You look at his season average, and my man is nowhere near 36 points. I don't understand why every team we play, somebody goes off for a ridiculous amount. It bothers me. Come on, really, Ingram? I mean, you have the Lakers fan base, and you know, the fans of the Lakers ripping apart Ingram, saying he's not what we expected him to be. He's dropping 36 on us. 36! I think they only had one other starter in double digits. Without him, they weren't even in the ball game at all. But you factor that in with all the turnovers, and you know, the Lakers really shouldn't have had a chance to win this game at all. At all. I need to look at this game and say, okay, I hope Embiid's back is okay. Because when he went for that alley-oop, it was an instant grab, and it was an awkward fall. Now, he went back to the locker room. He got all checked out. He came back within a couple minutes and gave the thumbs up to the boys on the bench, which is a good sign without a doubt. But it was an ugly-looking thing, and it concerned me. It actually changed my mood tremendously. Not tremendously. Horrendously. Does that even make sense? My mood changed. My mood changed when I was sitting there watching on the couch. It went from, okay, the Sixers are going to get this dub, to, what is life? What am I doing here? I'm hurt. What do I do? I love you, Embiid. I started to cry. And I hope this doesn't, you know, the back lingers. The back lingers. And we know he's had trouble with the back. That's why I'm just a little concerned. So my takeaways from this game, the 2 runs, the 16-0 run and the 7-0 run when our bench was in the ball game, that concerns me against a bad Lakers team without LeBron James and then 2 of their other players. Yeah, that concerns me. The fact that Brett put out the same lineup, essentially, I mean, switching JJ for Landry Shamet isn't much of a difference, so the fact that they put that back in. But what are you going to do? All you can do is move on to the next one as the Sixers take control from the get-go. I mean, going up 39-20, having all those steals, making the Lakers turn the ball over early. We just put ourselves in a good position to win the ball game. Should it have been as close as it was at times? Absolutely not, in my opinion. But that's what happens when your bench is that garbage. It's that garbage. And even the broadcast that I ripped apart mentioned it before the game. And when the run started happening, they said, we talked about this. We talked about this. The Sixers bench is a problem. And to see it happen game after game after game, it kills me. It kills me. But the Wilson Chandler back-to-back threes, he was popping it a lot from 3, more than I was used to seeing. At times, they weren't really falling. But at that point, he was feeling it. He had the green light to himself, and he knocked down those back-to-back threes. And it got the boys kind of rolling again, which was good. So let me know what you think down below. Are you afraid of Joel Embiid's injury? What do you think about the 2 runs? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.